Hi guys, welcome back from vacation. Before we went on vacation, we were in week 2 of our STEAM project, and you guys had completed your mind map. You had picked out somewhere between 2 to 4 people on your mind map who had needs. And then you had taken one of those people, and on the back of this paper, you had tried to brainstorm at least 4 different solutions to help solve their need. This week, you're going to take one of these solutions and you're going to start to draw out your prototype. Let's just do a quick little recap on what the word prototype meant. A prototype, I looked it up off of the Quizlet, and it had said an original model on which later versions are patterned. So this original model very rarely is the original model, the one that goes to market, the one that makes you your millions. This is just your first idea. You're going to sketch it out, draw it out. We're going to call it our prototype. And your prototype technically is called iteration 0. So wait a minute, prototype, iteration. If a prototype is your original idea, an iteration is a slight variation on that prototype. So prototype is iteration 0. Iteration 1 might be, maybe you had to make something taller or wider or smaller. It's going to be your first variation. It's going to be iteration 1. Just for a frame of reference, SpaceX, they are on iteration 10 of their space rockets. My robotics students, they're on iteration like 103 of their drive system. So it's just the slightest variation on something. So I've been working on this STEAM project right along with you. And the STEAM project that I wanted to tackle was the orange zester that my husband needs. Now, you are certainly welcome to still use this as one of your ideas or one of your projects. I'm just going to tell you the ideas that I had. Originally, I had thought some kind of gloves with the zester on the gloves, and then you just grab the orange and zest it. I like that idea. And I might end up switching everything to that, but we've got an apple peeler core. I felt like an orange, the inside of an orange is too mushy. The apple peeler core wouldn't work. I talked about a tumbler, and I felt like that's just going to be a lot of work to shake that thing around. So I want to explore this idea of if I peel the orange first and I lay the peel down flat, can I take a zester and just run it over the top of it? So what I've still got to do before school tomorrow is I've got to go out and buy a couple of oranges so that I can test my prototype. Now, what we had, one of the many zesters that we've purchased over the years, is this little thing. And it goes on your hand like this. Okay, I didn't make this. This is something we bought. And it's just got one tiny little row of teeth on it to do the zesting. And you do a little bit of zesting. The top pops off and you dump the zest out and you put this back on. This was a slow process. I'm wondering if I can take this design idea and prototype or make something off of this idea. I don't want to say that this would be iteration 1 because this is somebody else's design. I'm going to use it and come up with my own prototype. And my initial idea, which I'm going to work on building this week, is I peel the orange first. Okay, so if this was the orange peel, I realize that they're not perfectly rectangular. That was just my drawing. I want to have some kind of a flexible piece here that has all the teeth for the zester on it. And I just want a little Velcro strip that goes around it. That's going to strap it onto my hand. So different size hands, you can Velcro it down tightly, and then I can zest. So this is my sketch for this week, and I'm going to work on trying to build it. I'm going to just really quickly share my screen with you and talk about this week's tasks. Taking a look here. It says this week I can first watch the video lesson, which we are doing right now. I'm describing prototypes and iterations. Second, watch the updated video of Derby the dog. It's right down below here. You saw the initial prototype of Derby's new front legs. They were rounded like that. Take a look at all of the iterations or variations that they made, and you'll see that the legs that they finally settled upon really don't look anything like their initial prototype. So watch that video. Then you're going to begin by drawing or sketching your ideas for your prototype, just like I did mine. You can use freehand, or if you're in Mr. Cannon's tech class, I'd love it if you tried to draw it into Tinkercad. You could also use drawing programs like Paint, Word, Fusion 360 if you love programming. But I'm totally fine with it being sketched out by hand. A lot of you are phenomenal artists. Fourth thing you're going to do this week, if you're happy with your drawing or your sketch, you're going to start to build. I do not expect you to finish your building this week. Building is going to start this week and it will continue through next week. This is where you need to get creative. Use cardboard, scraps of cloth, plastic, whatever you can get your hands on. You might have to go into your recycling bin and pull stuff out of there too. I do not want you to go to the store and purchase anything. Do not buy anything. If there is a specific something that you are hoping to have, the ice is rolling off my roof right now. If there's something specific that you wish that you had, email me. If I have it, I'll get it to your house for you, okay? But again, I'm not looking for you to spend any money on this. You're building this out of stuff that you have at home. Last thing this week, photograph or scan this, send me your sketch for this week. And if you've started to build anything, snap a photo and put that into the Dropbox also this week. If you're coming to school for hybrid learning, I've got bins full of supplies. So like I said, if you're at home and you're hoping that you have, if you have a specific need, let me know. Maybe I can get it to you, okay? So that's it for this week. Pop into any office hours for additional help. I'd love to help you brainstorm. Okay. Have a good week, guys.